we need to ask ourselves about these devices. How are we using them? Are we using them to slam our neighbor? Are we using them to talk bad about a specific group? Or are we talking kindness to each other? Well, unfortunately, I see too much of the first. And I'm sure you all do as well. You have a choice, just like me. I can delete those, I can confront it, or I can just leave it alone. It doesn't seem very hard for me. We talk on these devices, and we say some very rude and unacceptable things to each other. And we're supposed to be loving. We're supposed to be kind. And if you remember what your mother or dad told you, what I tell the kids, who can repeat it? Everybody hear that? If you can't say something nice, don't say it. How hard is that? Now, when we talk to people, it doesn't mean, for example, I can't be upset with somebody, specifically, maybe Alan. I could be upset with Alan, Mr. Gomez back here, and I told him I was going to use him. But I could agree with him to disagree. And I can do that in love. We can confront each other and not necessarily like what we're saying, but we can agree to disagree. Isn't that love? Mm-hmm. To me it is. So Sunday is my day to love out. Monday will be my day to love Pat. Tuesday will be my day to love Jennifer. Wednesday will be my day to love Jim. So on and so on each day, right? That's how we're supposed to do it, right? I don't think so. It's a constant love. It's not just a single love. If you hadn't noticed, and some of you may have or may not have, when I use my media, you'll never see an unkind thing from me. I just don't do it. It's a self-taught thing because I remember what my mother used to tell me. You haven't got anything nice, don't say it. Now, Judy talked about God's love for the last 2 weeks. His love for us. I want to talk for a moment this morning about our responsibility to love each other. To love each other, not only in here, but after we leave here. It's a continuous love. Jesus didn't give up on love. Jesus gave his biggest love he could ever give, and that's his death on the cross. He died for you and me. He died in love for you and me. I have to think of myself every morning and have to remind myself that Jesus died on that cross for me. For me. For Ken Blackman. That's awesome. My job then is to love everybody else because of that. And if I forget it, boy, do I get reminded. Sometimes where I don't want to be reminded. I was driving down the road the other day, and this guy made a crazy move on the road. And I said, "What a dummy." And Gene looked over to me and said, "That's not very Christian of you, is it? It's not very Christ-like." And I said, "Wow." So those moments do happen, at least to me, where I'm held accountable. And that's okay. We all need to be accountable to each other. But we need to be accountable to each other through love. I can talk to Barbara, for example, if you don't mind me using it. I can talk to her sitting here in the pew. And we converse, and we hug, and we say, "God bless you, and have a great day, and I hope your week's going to be good." And then go out of here, find somebody else on the road. Is that love? I don't think so. But I should be able to love each other, whether I'm in this building or not. Christ wasn't in this building until we made him in this building. He made us here. Our job is to meet him. Our job is to love each other. Through the things we say, through the actions that we portray, and for the understanding of each other. We all have faults. As the scripture said this morning, we all have faults. It's how we deal with those faults. We can be angry about them. We can sneer at them. We can make fun of them. The better option to me is to love them, regardless of their status and where they're at. Do we do that? Some of us. This morning, as we get ready for communion, I'd like for us to take a minute. Look in the mirror again if you have to. What is your image? And is that image being shouted out? I love you. You'd be amazed